Hey guys, I realized I forgot just a few things in my last podcast. Sorry about that. I wanted to show you how to select a whole track. The way you do that is you just click into this box here on the side. That'll select the entire track. You'll notice you also have the option to change the names of tracks. You change this into, I don't know, voice track, whatever you like. So that's an important thing to know. You do that up here on this menu at the top of any given track. Also, if you ever need to create silence, like maybe you wanted 15 seconds of silence, you just choose where you want that silence. Go to Generate, Silence. You pick however many seconds of silence you want, like 5 seconds. And you'll see that it will put the silence right there in my track. There's my 5 seconds. There you go. Another important feature is to know that you can get a split from a track. So let's say I want this piece of the track and I'm going to maybe apply an effect to that track. I want that effect to be fundamentally different from this track, and then maybe I want to move it or something. Well, one useful trick is to go to Edit, Split Your Track. Now notice when you split the track, it's going to lie initially exactly in the same time frame that it did in the original track, but now you have the ability, because it's a separate track, to move that little piece of track wherever you'd like, and it's on its own track, which you can rename whatever you like. Finally, let's talk about saving in Audacity. For when you're working on your project but you're not ready to turn it into Scott yet, you're going to use the Save Project As feature. It's going to give you a warning, and it's an important warning, which is that Audacity saves in the AUP format that can only be read by Audacity. So this is a project file. It's uncooked. It's a little bit like your iMovie before you export your movie. So just say OK, and then give your project a name, like My Awesome Project. And I'm going to go ahead and save that about here on my desktop so that you can see exactly what happens to this project. So I'll press Save. And I want you to notice when we look at my desktop files, I not only have an AUP file, My Awesome Project, there's also a data folder that's automatically created with my AUP. If you ever want to move your Audacity project, it is critical that you move both of these things, not just the AUP file. You need to move the data with it. I also strongly recommend that you do not attempt to rename your project at any point, or to rename your folder or anything in this folder, because that will confuse Audacity very badly. If you want to change anything, you want to open your Audacity project here in Audacity and change it in Audacity. When you're finally done with your track and you're ready to export it to an MP3 format, you want to go to File, Export as MP3. Again, if you're exporting on your home computer, you may have to go and get that lame encoder that we talked about in the last screencast. But in this case, I've already got the lame encoder, which is true also in the Digital Media Project classrooms, so I'll just select Export as MP3. You'll see it says that my tracks will be mixed down to 2 stereo channels. All that means is that all of this information is going to be produced in one file. So I'll say OK, and I'll click Save. And it'll take a little while to cook, but you'll see it's much, much faster than iMovie is at cooking. This is a 17-minute project, and you can see it's already nearly cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel it, but that should show you how to export your project in the end, and it's critical that you export in MP3 format. If you export as WAV, the file is going to be very, very large, and when you turn it into Scott, it's going to crash Carmen. Instead, you want to choose MP3 format, which is much smaller. Okay, so I think that tidies it up, covers the things I forgot to cover, and I'll see you in the classroom.